Yes, we're good on all three.
Nathan, scene 1, take 1.
We have to make it official.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start off. So you state your name and several projects that you worked on.
To look at you?
Maybe look at me.
Okay, cool. Hi, my name is Nathan Orloff. I'm an editor on such films as Ghostbusters Afterlife, John Wick 4, and Plan B.
So, how long have you been an editor?
I think about 4 to 5 years is when I made the transition from assistant, or I was in DI for a little while.
And so, but did you start out, have you always worked in digital, or have you always worked in media composer, or did you start off in film? How'd you get your start?
I did actually get my start very in high school with mini DV, so digital editing. I did do some tape to tape, but when I went to film school, I learned media composer from the start.
And so you had this amazing film, Ghostbusters, that just came out. Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
When you're working with media composer, tell us about what is there a standout feature? Is there a go-to feature in it that you feel like you can't live without? It could be trimming, it could be color, it could be audio effects, it could be a bunch of things. So feel free to just talk about media composer and things that you like about it.
To me, 3 things come to mind that are essential. And
Can you say it? So in media composer, there are 3 things that.
that's great. Please always throw that out there. In media composer, there's always 3 things that come to mind for me, and they're all critical in different ways. The macro to me is the compatibility in terms of transitioning from do what you're doing and what you're doing with the team. When I've been on location cutting, for instance on Ghostbusters, I cut on location and I was able to send bins and media so seamlessly to the crew back in Los Angeles. It made compatibility with returning back and forth from Calgary to LA just completely seamless and indispensable. Can I say that again? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I got it messed up.
the beauty's in the editing. We're
Right?
going to use the good takes, so keep saying what you want.
To me, one of the most important bread and butter things about media composer that I rely on is how much you are able to work with a team and how much it is just a no-brainer. Yeah.
It's okay.
One of my favorite things about media composer is the ability to send bins back and forth, media, especially during the pandemic. On Ghostbusters Afterlife, our team was able to update media, update render files, create mixdowns, all in different places between our home systems, remote systems, and where the Nexus was. And I can't imagine any other system that could do that. I was on location in Calgary for Ghostbusters, and I would be cutting scenes with storyboards. I would AMA stuff from Video Assist, as well as be integrating it with media native that was transcoded dailies. All on one system, able to send a bin back to LA, have the other editor look at it, give thoughts, and without any sort of hiccup. And I don't see that in other software.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, I just wanted to talk about that for a second. The
Yeah.
other, one of my other favorite things about Media Composer is I basically live in trim mode, and the ability to sit there and just alter frames, alter large swaths of time, and keep my entire timeline in sync, all my music choices, and allow minute customization in terms of how much pre-roll, how much post-roll, is something that I'm incredibly thankful for. Every single day I'm constantly using. The other last thing, and this is more of a little bit of a newer feature that I love about Media Composer, is the RTAS effects. I use the RTAS effects all the time. One of my favorite tricks is on music tracks to just have an EQ that dips around dialogue, and it allows human voice frequencies to cut through, and it allows the director, whoever I'm showing in a cut, to hear the dialogue much clearer. And I can do that without rendering. I can do that without thinking. I said it once and forget it.
Awesome. Do you use ScriptSync at all, or script-based editing?
I actually rely on ScriptSync to assemble. It has been a part of my process that has slowly transitioned from what I would call more of a traditional way of cutting, watching all the dailies down, writing handmade notes, to my process now is heavily reliant just on script sync, so I can compare each beat across an entire scene to itself in other takes and other shots. And I trust script sync and I trust my assistants so that I don't even watch the end of the scene. I build brick by brick, beat by beat, using script sync to assemble and swap performances and go back and figure out other takes later. But it is essential in my assembly process.
That's perfect. Well, one thing real quick, can you hear the noise from them? And then talking the other?
It is still pretty low, so it's okay. He's
Matt?
got good separation.
Sorry. I just want to stay. I can shut the door. Hold on one second.
Yours?
You want to cut?
No.
Let it run?
It's okay.
Really?
Hey,
I know.
what did you say to scare him away?
We're done. I quit.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Where'd you go?
So the door was wide open and there was
Oh, I didn't even hear him. Well, if I didn't hear him in there, I probably just didn't want to be the thing where, is that home?
Yeah.
Just recessed it. No, this is great, by the way.
Okay, great.
Let's see, script
And
sync.
if you want me to just be like, hey, can you just try saying that whole thing again, and then you can piecemeal, don't worry.
I mean, the beautiful thing about this is if you say something like, oh my God, because, I mean, with all the editors who are coming through,
Yeah.
a few of them were like script sync. So the idea is, oh my God, I love script sync. Script sync's what I use. I use script sync all the time.
Right.
Hi, let me show you how script sync
That makes
works.
sense.
So not at all we cut in, in certain ways. So feel free to stop at any point and not worry about columns or clouds or why you're trying to think. So
Cool.
we're all good. You talked about trimming. So trimming is really important. Do you use asymmetrical trim? Do you use?
Yes.
You could mention that anyway. So.
Yeah. Asymmetrical trimming is how I survive. It's how I can keep everything in line. It's sort of just how my brain works, and that's how I would expect it to work. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
When you're working with effects, I'm sure there's many times you're trying to build performance. Do you use Animat, keying, any other, effect tools to help build a performance?
I actually have. This is part of in the new interface where you can have all the different panes. I have a pane that's just a bin of what I call